So the whole ass keep dissing y'all. This bitch ass ain't even got nobody. Talking tough on Twitter, but scary ass scared come to the lobby. DJ Meal Chicken. So the whole ass keep dissing y'all. This bitch ass ain't even got nobody. Talking tough on Twitter, but scary ass scared come to the lobby. So the whole ass keep dissing y'all. This bitch ass ain't even got nobody. Talking tough on Twitter, but scary ass scared come to the lobby. Niggas love to talk reckless. Niggas love. This Chicago, nigga. Reckless.
You're in the mix with Strike Time's hottest DJ Meal Ticket.
Every day I got that 30. I feel like Stephen Curry. You saw Ewald Trela flipping AOK, he did him dirty. That nigga steady woofing until they life get took in. Don't know what happened to your homie. I had a show in Brooklyn. Them yappers got me rolling. The off know they ain't blowing. They too busy fighting each other over weapons that was stolen. You niggas scared and I know it. Got killers all in Roseland. You had a pistol on YouTube, but in real life you wasn't toting. Ha! Who the sucker? Dead dumb stupid motherfucker. I wish I know who slumped you, so I get a ass a thumbs up, bro. And so the whole ass keep dissing y'all. This bitch ass ain't even got nobody. Talking tough on Twitter, but scary ass scared come to the lobby. I'm rolling just like a boat. Shout out my boy Lil Bo. Niggas say they GD, but don't know what it stand for. Fat K just for the coat. Montclair bought it for my hoe. Fat K if you want to show. Like tubers, all my shooters blow. Flatter than Ubers after they scope. I'm like Freddy Krueger, yeah I know. Shout out me a ticket and Herbo. Rex renegades like Death Row. RP Smiles, I love you, bro. Still do the shit for JoJo. Just chopped it up with E-Day. Shit, free that boy Rondo. Start getting money now, I'm getting greedy. Finna go back condo. Got a rollie, fuck the time though. Wanna promote a fuck this line hoe. Give me brain, let me read your man hoe. Headshot, now your fucking ass closed. Old lady in the blind zone. I wish she was blind though, but she gonna be hard to find though.
If it ain't the ticket stamp on that motherfucker, we ain't fucking with it.
Congrats to PacMan Pacquiao. It was a good fight. I came and he was a good opponent and I whooped his ass and he was talking shit the whole time and I hit him with the 1-2. Shouts out to PacMan Pacquiao. I called that one though. It was a good fight, good 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping for a knockout. We didn't get it, but you know what I'm saying? It happens. Can't knock everybody out. Keith Thurman showed good heart. You know what I'm saying? But he showed lack. I can't even necessarily say lack of experience, but it was an experience gap between them two. Like, you was able to see the swag that Pacquiao had throughout the fight. You know what I'm saying? You can see the swag that Pacquiao had throughout the fight. You can see the confidence that he had, the veteran leadership, the ring generalship. And Pacquiao basically easily took the first 3 rounds and was able to, I don't want to say cruise to a decision, but he got a pretty comfortable decision. Now, for it to be called a split decision, that was just flat out plain pure bullshit. I don't know what the hell that was about. PacMan easily won that fight. At least 8 rounds. Easily. But you know, some judges don't know shit about boxing and they'll just mess up things they damn self. So it is what it is. No, so we gotta be happy that PacMan didn't get cheated, period, though, so. No, win's a win, and it's great for PacMan's resume. Very great for his resume. You know what I'm saying? PacMan shows that age is just nothing but a number, especially when you keep your body in good shape. So shouts out to him for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy and proud for PacMan for that. You know what I'm talking about? Shouts out to, saying, so like we had, so the first round started out, you know what I'm saying, PacMan showed his clear speed advantage, ring IQ, and that he still have a power advantage even over these younger fighters. And he got a knockdown late in the first. And for those that don't know scoring and boxing and different things like that, a knockdown is 2 points in a round. You score a round, preferably, the most points you can give a person in a round is 10. The lowest you can give a person in a round, the lowest points you can give a person in a round is 6. But sometimes, so a knockdown, so this is how you would score a knockdown in a round. That'd be a 10-8 round. Person get 2 knockdowns in a round, it usually be a 10-7. They get 3 knockdowns in a round, then that'd be a 6-10. So if a person get 3 knockdowns in the first round, they'll already be up about 4 rounds, point-wise, in the fight. So Pacquiao started out the fight. Pacquiao ended out the round with a 10-8 round. So he had a 2-round advantage going into the next couple of rounds. Then he won the next 3. So he had a pretty comfortable lead going in. Keith Thurman seemed like he was going to be able to come back with a decent little comeback. But yeah, Keith Thurman, he showed good. He was able to show that he was able to come back, you know what I'm saying, slow PacMan down. But me looking in at the fight, I can't do nothing but attest that to the age of Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still 40 years old. He still got 40-year-old legs. Even though he keep them legs in great shape, he still got 40-year-old legs. So that's the only reason why Keith, in my opinion, that's the only reason why Keith Thurman looked it better a little bit in the middle rounds. Like, let's say rounds 6 and 7. Keith Thurman looked it a little bit better than he did in the first 3 rounds because those 40-year-old legs, man, start catching up with Pacquiao a little bit. But PacMan got that heart. And PacMan was a little bit prepared for that. That's when PacMan ring IQ and PacMan experience, the thing that it was talking about, came through. Because this is one thing that was very, very important for the experience. In other words, PacMan knows his body and he's used to having to like pace himself and being able to like, all right, well, what can I do? I can't move like the 29-year-old PacMan no more. I can't move like the 28-year-old PacMan no more. I can't move like yada, 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 yada. I mean, I don't want to say yada, yada, yada. I can't be sporadic and just move here, move there, move here, move there. Speed, 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 speed. Like he's the same age as the fighter that he's going into. But the person he's fighting is still just 29, 28 years old. So he can't go in that fight like that, man. He going in there fighting like the man of the age that he is. So he went in there, dominated the first 3 rounds, paced himself the next 3. So you see, 4th, 5th, and 6th, mainly the 5th and 6th to 7, Thurman started a little better for himself. But that's because PacMan used his experience, his ring IQ, to pace himself for the later on rounds. Because PacMan probably saw that, hey, this is a young boy right here, and he may not go down. So I don't want to spin myself. He don't want to do too much. And then have this young guy still in his face, trying to chase him down. Because Thurman did good for himself, in my opinion, after the first 3 rounds because he was moving forward and it seemed like he was able to, or at least started to walk PacMan down. But PacMan, ever the veteran, he ain't go for that. PacMan, ever the veteran, he ain't go for that. He showed that pure boxing stance, baby. He kept that angle going, that in and out, that jab, straight left, hit to the body. Then he caught Thurman with a body later on in the fight, a body punch later on in the fight. I think like, if I'm not mistaken, the 10th round, he caught Thurman with a body shot. And it seemed like he was gonna be able to stop Thurman again. like I said, Thurman, he's a young bull. So he was able to see, you know what I'm saying? He was able to rather do that. The next 2 rounds, about even. Didn't really too much matter because after that, Keith Thurman only had one option. To everybody with at least half a brain, he only had one option, and that was to either knock Pacquiao out, or say no mas on the stool. Bitch, I ain't about all that, man. Get off my dick. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck with nobody watching, bitch. I'll still be here talking. That's the difference between me and the other motherfuckers you be talking to, nigga. Fuck out of here. You really got a problem with me, bitch? Like I said, hit my number up, nigga. We can link up. I'll give your bitch ass a boxing lesson. Motherfucker in person. Fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't stuttering all them other motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if ain't nobody is tuning in, nigga. I ain't gonna hide this video or nothing, nigga. My shit still gonna eat. My shit still gonna get views, nigga. So like I was saying, so yeah, so that's what that happened. So it went to decision after that. So, yeah, because he only had two options. He either could have sat on a stool and said no mas, or he could just went out, guns a-blazing, and try to knock PacMan out. But it's a danger of going in with a fucking attitude and just start swinging for the heels. Because you go in there with a person with around 70 fights. PacMan got about 70 fights under his belt. Really 100 fights if you count his amateur background. So you got a person that got 100 fights with gloves on in his background. He still got his wits about him. He's not shot. He's not faded. So you got to be careful with that, because he can still move as if he was in his early 30s. So you got to be careful with that. You going in and just swinging for the fences, you leaving yourself open to get knocked out. Going in to just say, fuck it, I'm finna try to knock this guy out because I need this, it's open, leaving yourself open to get knocked out. Especially with a guy of that caliber, an elite fighter, a Hall of Famer if he stopped fighting right now today. PacMan ain't got to fight no more, period. And he's going to be voted into the Hall of Fame. He's a no-brainer. 8th division world champion. He's a no-brainer. PacMan didn't even need to win this fight. PacMan could have lost this fight, and when he retired, he's still going to be voted in the Hall of Fame. But that's also, in my opinion, the reason why Keith Thurman took this fight, because it was a win-win for Keith Thurman. If Keith Thurman beat Pacquiao, he got a Hall of Famer on his resume. But if he lose to PacMan, it's no shame in that, because he lost to a person that if he say, I ain't fighting no more, I'm done, I did what I wanted to do, he's going to get voted in the Hall of Fame, and that won't look bad on his resume. When you look at Keith Thurman's resume and you see he got you look at it just on paper without the ages and the timelines, you would say, oh, he fought Pacquiao? Oh, did he win? Oh, he lost? Okay, that's good. You know what I'm saying? No shame in that. It ain't like he lost to Adrian Broner or something like that. No disrespect to Adrian Broner, but a loss to Adrian Broner would look worse on his resume than a loss to PacMan. You'd rather lose to a Hall of Famer than lose to a guy that's lower on you on a pecking order. That's, in my opinion, why he dodged the fight with Errol Spence Jr., a guy around his age, same prime as him and everything, because like PacMan is good and the Hall of Fame, like I said, if he stopped today, but PacMan is not in his prime. But it was a strategic move, in my opinion, for Keith Thurman to take this fight, because he would not look bad no matter how the fight would go. If he win, great. Great. He'll get all the points in the world, and it wouldn't hurt either one of them. It was a win-win for both fighters, because PacMan would not get hurt if he would have lost, because he would have lost to a young lion that was undefeated and a champion. Thurman had no way of losing because if he would have lost to an 8th division, whenever he retired, Hall of Fame bound fighter. But a loss to Errol Spence, a fighter in his prime, while Keith Thurman is still in his prime. And with that weak body that Keith Thurman seemed to be showing in his recent fights, because in his recent fights, Keith Thurman seemed to be showing that he not handling body punches too well, it'd be a blemish. Because then people would be questioning, well, just how good he really is. If Errol Spence would be doing his thing, winning, it'll actually hurt Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman was like, nah, Errol Spence, I ain't gonna fight you. You could be down the line. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy that no matter what happened, my resume's still gonna look good. So good, shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, both fighters. It was a good fight. Happy about that, you know what I'm saying, proud of them. I'm glad both of them seem to be okay. Keith Thurman may go to the hospital out for precaution, not because he need to, you know what I'm saying, not because he seemed to be dead damaged, but just a precaution. Just precaution. He may still go to the hospital out for precautionary reason because at the end of the day, he still took some punches to the head and still took some punches to the body, so it'd just be good to just get that checked out and make sure everything is okay. But on the undercard, we had Caleb Plant in his 19th fight, if I'm not mistaken. He showed pretty good. A 3rd round TKO. He's a young lion. Looking forward to more things for Caleb Plant. I feel like he need to get a little bit more of a tougher competition, but at the same time, for his level and at the part of his career that he had, it was a good fight. Especially, you know, say while he's still developing. Now let's get to the UFC. There's only 2 fights I want to talk about on the UFC card. Shouts out to Leon Edwards for beating Rafael dos Santos. I just got done talking about you know what I'm saying, the first fight. Now I just went ahead the Pacquiao and Caleb Plant fights. Now I'm just getting to the I'm gonna speak on a little bit of the UFC because I ain't gonna lie, I was hoping Greg Hardy got his ass beat by Juan Adams. That Juan Adams fight was an early fucking stoppage, man. And UFC, I'm starting to notice this about the UFC. They starting to have a real problem with stopping fights prematurely. They starting to have a real problem of stopping fights early. UFC, I'm starting to think, yeah, man, I was hoping he got his ass beat. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I went to, right after that Greg Hardy fight, I went straight to Twitter and I tweeted UFC and Dana White specifically. I tagged their names in the chat and I said, feed him to Derek Lewis. I feel like that'd be a good fight for both of them. And I ain't gonna lie, I really just want to see Greg Hardy get his ass beat, man. I'm gonna just keep on hunting. I want to see Greg Hardy get his ass beat. Mainly because his big ass down there 300 pounds and he out there fighting women. I ain't gonna lie, I want to see his ass beat. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say yo lion, bro. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. How many times you gonna come and just try to troll me for no damn reason, bro? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, of course any of the guys in the top 10 will beat his ass. But I don't want Greg Hardy to have no excuses. I want him to fight the Black Beast for 2 reasons. One reason, storyline. Derek Lewis had an abusive stepfather growing up who used to beat on his mother, so he grew up with a hatred for women beaters. 2, Greg Hardy, he got a storyline. 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 He got a storyline Darrell Lewis grew up with a hatred for women beaters, so that'd be a good storyline, good thing to be going on. Yeah, like you don't want to feed into an Overeem or Cain Velasquez or John Jones to anybody like that. You don't want to feed the Greg Hart to anybody like that because that'll give him an excuse because he'd be like, well, he's so versed in so many things. Well, how about we feed you to Darrell Lewis, a guy that can't wrestle either. Darrell Lewis can't wrestle, you can't wrestle, and Darrell Lewis can't wrestle. So boom, let's make that. You want to stand and just throw hands? Everybody that watch UFC and know anything about Darrell Lewis, the Black Beast, they know that's all he want to do is just stand up. So boom, give him to him. And he gonna come in and he gonna actually try to knock out Greg Harden because he gonna be extra motivated because he just gonna, all through training camp and all leading up to the fight, he just gonna be thinking about that abusive stepfather and how when he was younger, he couldn't really defend his mother when she was getting beat up. The Black Beasts have a real disdain for women beaters. And I do as well. So I feel like that'd be a good storyline fight. It kind of like a sell itself, and Darrell Lewis already a fan favorite. So I feel like, man, that'd be that fight right there sell itself. And I'm gonna admit, I just want to see Greg Hardy get what he deserved. Because I felt like he got off one too many times. And his first couple of fights, I felt like they was gifted by the UFC. Because dude was still capable of fighting. Like, yeah, he was holding that damn leg, but he still had that motherfucking leg, man. But then a couple of people saying to me, like, man, shit, if he was holding that leg, like, he was just gonna stay there in that position the whole time. But I'm like, well, you don't really know wrestling and UFC to say that, though. Because you're probably just trying to see if he was gonna tire himself out. And just, boom, tire himself out and then eventually get that ankle pick. But whatever, man. Wine Adam did it to himself at the end of the day. But I feel like his next fight should be a step up in competition, especially since he want to talk all that shit. Yeah, hell yeah. Since he want to talk all that shit. Let me put you in with a guy who is famous for saying he's not a mixed martial artist, he's a brawler. And Greg Hardy, you too new in the game to be a mixed martial artist. You're not a mixed martial artist either. You too new. You learning on a job in a lot of ways. So let's put you in there with somebody that actually got experience, championship fights experience, Hall of Fame fighter experience, and he don't want to do nothing but brawl. He just want to stand up and just throw it on hands. And that's all you know how to do at this moment, Greg. Greg Hardy don't know how to wrestle. He don't know how to do no submissions. He don't know how to do an arm bar right now. And Darrell Lewis ain't gonna try to do no arm bar. So let's make that fight happen. Let's make that fight happen. Dana White, put that man in there with somebody that actually, you know what I'm saying, can actually stand a chance of beating him. Like, quit feeding him people to help build his goddamn resume up. You know what I mean? This is UFC, supposed to be the best of the best and all this other type of shit. All right, put him in there with somebody, put him in there with a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? He a big boy. He should be able to handle a real fighter. Put him in there with the Black Beast. I feel like everybody should go to Twitter and tweet at Dana White. And we should be demanding a fight with Greg Hardy and the Black Beast. I don't care if we is biased and just want to see that woman beater get beat up by a person that want to defend abused women. Because I'll tell you, the Black Beast, Darrell Lewis, got a real disdain. Because he even donate parts of his check when he wins. He even donates money to charities that support women from domestic abuse. I feel like right there, that fight right there sells itself, baby. It sells itself. Shouts out to Leon Edwards, though. After he won his fight by unanimous decision, he called out Mr. 3-Piece and the Soda. He called out Mr. 3-Piece and the Soda. And looking at that, I'm like, that's another fight that actually sells itself. Because he already had a backstage altercation where we all know George Masvidal, or should I say Jose Masvidal, got his nickname for 3-piece in the soda. He got that nickname 3-piece in the soda for piecing up Leon Edwards. So that's another fight they're gonna sell themselves. I'm like, man, let's make that shit happen. Let's make that shit happen, man. We should, yeah. Oh, that man got fights on YouTube right now. You could pull up YouTube. You could type up Jose Masvidal right now and see his backyard fights and Kimbo Slice's little backyard thing. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely see that in backyards. Like you could YouTube him right now. Like that. George Masvidal. I'm gonna say George because I don't know how to pronounce Jose or whatever. Jorge. I can't really pronounce Jorge. You know what I'm saying? Consistently. So I'm gonna say George. No disrespect to him. George, if you ever see me on the streets, please don't hit me with a 3-piece and a soda. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a professional fighter, so please don't hit me with a 3-piece and a soda if you see me on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight back though, but I'm just saying, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I just like I think that'll sell itself. We got some fights that'll sell itself. Because now, after, like PacMan, but let's get back to the title of the thing. Alright, because now we got some made fights. Leon Edwards' fight is already self-made, self-promoted. If they set that up with him and Jose Masvidal, that'll sell itself. If Greg Hardy get matched up with Derrick Lewis, that'll sell itself. But out of all the fights tonight, there's only one fighter we got a question of, well, who's really next for him? That'll be a good fight, and that's Manny PacMan. I don't really see what's the next fight for Manny PacMan. Like, Mayweather ain't finna come back out of retirement, man. Like, Mayweather been out the ring for about 3 years now. Oh, what about McGregor? Man, McGregor was a fucking warm-up. You know what I'm saying? McGregor was an easy paycheck. Mayweather know that. That's what I said. Like, I don't think Mayweather finna come back and just actively fight. Yeah, that fight no longer makes sense because Mayweather sat down for too damn long while PacMan been active. So it's like, that don't make no sense. And it won't be the same if you actually get that W. Yeah, if you get that W, it'll satisfy a whole bunch of people with, we finally get to see Mayweather lose. Yes, thank you, PacMan. But at the same time, that'll give people like me, Mayweather fans, an excuse to discredit the win. Because we'll just be able to say, man, Pacquiao was active. Wow, Mayweather ain't fought in like 3-4 years, man. That shit don't count. Mayweather was retired, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah. And it's like, yeah, he whooped Keith Thurman ass, but Keith Thurman did it to himself by ducking Errol Spence, by ducking Terrence Crawford, by ducking Terrence Crawford, by ducking Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying, the top 2 welterweights in this class when he was number 1. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, even though they both passed their prime, but it's like, one's still active when the other one been sitting down managing a strip club for 3 years. It just don't make sense. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is too young for PacMan. So it's like, damn, Pac, who's really next for Pac? I guess a rematch with Jeff Horn? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't mind seeing that. You think it, well, true. But the only reason I could have went either way because Thurman did well in round 6, 7, and 8. He did well in the 6th, 7th, 8th round, but he knew he was still down, and he did better in the later rounds because he knew he had to get a knockout. After a while, his cornerman was even telling him, like, you got to get a knockout. But he lost the 10th round because he got hurt in the body in the 10th. And that's the danger of when you're going in around with the mind state and a knowledge of, man, I got to get a knockout. You leave yourself open to get knocked out. You know what I mean? When you're going out there and you're swinging with somebody with that skill level and that experience, you leave yourself open. Oh yeah, but I feel like they're the only fighters that'll really eat them though. Like them top dudes, them fighters that'll really eat them. So it's like, if PacMan take that fight, good for him. Cause like right now, any fight for PacMan is a win-win. Especially if you go up against one of them young lions like Crawford or Spence. But in my opinion, they'll kill him. So I don't even want to see that. Like, that'd be watching Larry Holmes fight Mike Tyson back in the day. Remember when Larry Holmes fought Mike Tyson? Well, you ain't remember it like I ain't remember it because, you know what I'm saying, we was both babies at the damn time. It was happening in the 80s. But when you go back and actually watch that fight, now that we're old enough to understand it, that was a fucking wash. And I don't want to see that happen to PacMan. And I know Earl and Crawford got one thing in common. They fast and they mean. Fuck hitting hard, they are mean. They are some mean son of a bitch, especially Crawford. Crawford is a mean motherfucker. And he is so crafty. You know, they closer to the same size. But Errol Spence is not only too big for PacMan, but he got that mean streak too. So it's like, nah. Yeah, like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll be praying for PacMan if he sign up for one of those fights. I just don't see no way PacMan at 40 years old, probably about the time when they actually fight, he'll be, 41 years old. Because Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford got upcoming fights. Crawford fight ain't been announced yet, but he's gonna fight later on this year. And Errol Spence is fighting Sean Porter later on this year. So after that fight, which is probably been like 2 months, Errol Spence ain't gonna be ready later on in this year. Errol Spence ain't probably gonna be ready in December or November. So the fight, if they do book that fight, is gonna be for next year, and PacMan just gonna be a whole nutty year older. It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. PacMan should go ahead and fight some level 20 guys. Maybe remaster Jeff Horn on some just because he got cheated in the first fight. And just go ahead and live. See, that just got you blocked. You wanna know why that just got you blocked? You got my number. I gave you my number. Bro. That just got you blocked. Quit playing me with that shit. Show that shit. You ain't even hit my line. You can hit my line right now while I'm live, bitch. Enough of that shit. Ooh, PacMan versus Alvarez. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing them get that 5th fight with Marquez. Just because they the same age. And it'll be a good fight. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but ever since Juan Manuel Marquez got that knockout, ever since he knocked PacMan out in that 4th fight, he swore off another fight with PacMan. Because he said himself, he'll never be able to outdo that. He'll never be able to outdo that knockout. And he'd rather just leave that. You know what I'm saying? He'd rather just leave that like that. So I could hear that. I just like, nah, as I'm sitting back thinking about it, I'm trying to see like, man, what could be next with PacMan? I'm like, I just don't know. I was like, I guess whoever the mandatory, like y'all, that's what PacMan should do. He should just go ahead and fight mandatories. He should stay away from Crawford, stay away from Spence, fight some mandatories. I don't know, maybe a Danny Garcia or, you know what I'm saying, or a Mikey Garcia. One of them. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Mikey Garcia. Because Mikey not really a true welterweight. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Mikey. Because Mikey got that heart. And he's not really a true welterweight. And PacMan never really come in to fights at 147 anyway. At weight-ins, he usually be around 145, 146 at the most. Like, the most PacMan ever weighted at welterweight, even though he been fighting that for about, like, 6 years, 7 years now, is, like, 146. That'd be the heaviest. And the weight limit is 147. But PacMan usually weigh in at 144, 145. Like, you go look at it. Look up his old weigh-ins. He usually always 144 or 145. He never be over that really. It's very rare. I think he made 146 for this fight right here. The heaviest he ever weighed in at the welterweight division. So to put him in there with a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, naturally closer to his weight would be much better. I just, in my opinion, stay away from Spence, stay away from Crawford. He's too old for them guys, man. He's too old for them. Them young guys, they too hungry, too old for them. Yeah, I saw that. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? Dude showed, he got a good knockout, man. These guys, there's a lot of good guys coming up, man. There's a lot of good guys coming up. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of in and out, mixing in. I was kind of in and out. Like, it's only a couple of boxing fights. 'Cause I really tuned into the UFC shit. It was only a couple of boxing fights that I really did want to see. I wanted to see the PacMan fight, of course, and I wanted to see what Caleb Plant was going to do. And Caleb Plant showed his ass, in my opinion. He did real good with that third round TKO. That sets up a good fight. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Caleb Plant already a champ now, but he going to go up against Andre Darrell, which is a good fight, but in my opinion, after this fight, Andre Darrell should retire, man. Andre Darrell suffered some brain damage and knockouts. Ever since he followed Usain Bolt and got knocked out by Usain Bolt, even though he won by disqualification, that man been getting knocked the fuck out lately. Like, man, like, in my opinion, Darrell should retire soon before his ass gets seriously hurt. He should retire because he looking like he one of those guys that's gonna get seriously hurt pretty soon. Hell yeah, man. Like, man, you remember that fight with Usain Bolt? Like, he won a fight, and you could watch, like I remember when people were just showing that interview after that so much because he was crying. He thought he lost. He was crying even though he lost the fight. He was like, man, he was like, what happened? What happened? Like, man, you won. I'm like, no, what happened? He crying, like, man, what happened? Like, you won. He like, no. Then the interview, they're like, man, I got knocked out. They're like, yeah, but it was after the bell. Dude threw some punches. He was like, yeah, but it was after the bell. It was after the bell. Dude threw some illegal punches and knocked you out after the round was over. He didn't even know. He got knocked out that bad. He didn't even know that he won a fucking fight by a disqualification. And then after that, he got knocked out again after the round by this fighter. I can't remember his name. But it was famous because after that, you saw his corner man, his uncle, attack that fighter like that. When you go and see dude attack that dude, hit him with that little three-piece. His uncle running the ring and hit dude with the three-piece after he hit Darrell illegally and knocked him out. But again, the way he got knocked out was so nasty. Like after that round, he did the same thing he got when he got knocked out by Usain Bolt. He was on the fucking ground twitching. When you see a person get knocked out and he on the ground twitching, they not gonna be the same after that shit. Like some knockouts, you not the same. Some knockouts be so brutal that you destined to get knocked out again. It was kind of like the Roy Jones effect. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Roy Jones. I got all the respect for him, but after the top, I don't even really want to say, well, I gotta say after the Tarver fight, but it was really after that weight loss from moving down and losing about 50 pounds worth of muscle and going back to light heavyweight, and getting knocked out by Tarver. He rushed into a whole nother fight 3 months later just to get that off him. But that just shows what type of heart Roy Jones got. He got knocked out and rushed into a fight 3 months later and got knocked out again by Anthony Johnson. But that just showed right there. Certain knockouts, you really need to sit your ass down for at least about a year and let your brain heal. Because after that, he got knocked out by Anthony Johnson. Then he got, you know what I'm saying? Then you just start seeing a streak of Roy Jones, a Hall of Fame fighter, one of the greatest fighters you would ever fucking see in your life. One of the greatest fighters I ever seen in my lifetime. I was blessed to see. Get knocked out by people where, when he was in his prime, he would have fucking killed him. Roy Jones was getting knocked out later on in his career by people that at the same age, if he would have never lost 50 pounds worth of muscle and fucked up his body by making his body go through that trauma of losing all that goddamn muscle, he started losing to. Because hindsight's 2020, but not everybody agree that Roy Jones at the most should have just left heavyweight after winning the heavyweight title and fought at cruiserweight. Because he was naturally, after that, he could have handled being 190 because he only came into that heavyweight fight around, what did Roy Jones weigh? Roy Jones was like 215 when he fought, you know what I'm saying, Andy Ruiz and beat him for the heavyweight title. He was like, what, 215, 220? I think like 215, 217. But you going for 217, 220, and your next fight after fighting the heavyweight, you losing all that muscle and going to fight at 175. That was fucking crazy. I understand Taco was talking all that mad shit, but I would have been like, nigga, if you want to fight me that bad, come to cruiserweight. But that just showed the type of heart that Roy Jones got. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what happened after that, once Roy Jones won that heavyweight title, it's like I said with PacMan. He was a made man. Roy Jones in the Hall of Fame. As soon as he get ready to be a candidate, he a Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, a catchweight, but yeah, it is what it is. It don't really hurt Roy. I mean, it's on his record, it's on tape. I hate to watch that fight right now today. I ain't gonna lie. I still avoid watching that fight because I don't like to see my favorites, you know what I'm saying, people that I looked up to, people that I modeled a lot of my fighting style against, just get done in like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to see my favorites old, you know what I mean? So it is what it is with that shit, though. So yeah, but man, that's all I got to say, though, you know what I'm saying? We gonna look at a few more fights, man, you know, so we gonna do our thing, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow. You know how I am. I'm not a live everyday guy, but I may pick it up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Matter of fact, let me get to that, y'all. Let me get to that. Before I go, let me get to that. I'm glad you brought that up. I am so happy for PacMan right now. Keith Thurman was talking real spicy. He was talking real spicy. And it just tickled me to death to see his ass almost get knocked out in the first round. To almost get knocked out at the end of the first round made me so happy. That man down there got saved by the bell. Yeah, he was talking real spicy and then almost got knocked out with that old man strength, baby. Y'all better, man, that old man strength, man. You can't sleep on that, man. I be telling people like, man, like, yo, that old man strength is real. And what the motherfuckers be meaning by that old man strength is like this. It's years and years and years and years and years and years and years of training your muscle to do a certain thing. So you naturally stronger than somebody at your same weight class that is younger than you. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman, good, strong, woo, but he don't got the same strength that PacMan got because PacMan got about 10 more years worth of training their same muscles to do what they are trained to do. That's the definition of old man strength. Like Shaq. Shaq right now could still dunk on a motherfucker. He just can't move around like, hey, woo woo, but Shaq's still strong as fuck. Shaq can still hip bump your ass and poke that bitch in. That'll probably be the only thing he can do. But he can still do that because strength and power is the last thing to go. And Keith Thurman should have kept that in mind. Keith Thurman should have been like, man, I probably shouldn't call PacMan an old man too much because I'm gonna be his age one day too. I shouldn't say too much. I should keep it a little bit respectful. I should say I'm finna go in and I'm gonna do my thing, but I should be a little bit respectful for it because PacMan got about 10 to 12, maybe even 15 years more of training that same muscle to do what they are trained to do. So he is naturally stronger. Just plain and simple, he was just naturally stronger. Shouts out to PacMan. Congrats to PacMan. I'm very happy for him. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, like I told y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We talking about sports now. We talking about damn near everything now, man. You know, I liable to go live and clown a nigga tomorrow. You never know. Tune in. Like, share, and subscribe. And y'all be cool how you be cool. You hear me? You be cool how you be cool. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe. And thank you.